They are not just attracted to you. They are pulled toward you in a way that feels intense, consuming, and impossible to ignore. What they feel is not light, playful, or temporary. It is a powerful mix of physical desire and deep emotional pull. This is not a casual crush. This is not someone who just thinks about you once in a while. This is someone who feels you under their skin. There is admiration in their heart when they think of you, but there is also possessiveness, not in a toxic way, but in a protective, proud way. They see your value. They see how special you are. And because of that, they don't want to lose you to anyone else. On the surface, they may appear calm, grounded, and in control. You might even think they are emotionally steady or unbothered. But internally, it's a completely different story. Inside, they are passionate. Inside, they replay conversations. Inside, they feel waves of longing that they try to hide. They are calculating timing. They are thinking about when and how to move forward. Pride is involved. Ego is involved. There may even be fear of rejection. They want to step toward you confidently, but they do not want to be the one who looks vulnerable first. They want to feel safe before they reveal how deeply they care. This is not impulsive energy. This is preparation energy. They are not rushing in with random messages or careless actions. They are thinking long-term. They are imagining what a future with you could look like: shared space, commitment, stability, emotional security. There is something they want to offer you, something serious and meaningful, but they want the timing to feel right. The delay you might be experiencing is not because they are unsure about you. It is because they are trying to control the situation and approach it in a way that protects their pride. Your energy feels magnetic here. You are not chasing. You are not forcing anything. You are standing in your power. There is strength in you, but also a slight guardedness, like you have learned from past experiences. You observe more than you react. You feel deeply, but you do not always show everything. And they feel that. They sense that you are not someone who will easily fall without effort. That makes them want you even more. It creates this back and forth dynamic between you. They move forward in their mind, then pull back in reality. They want to claim you, but they hesitate at the same time. There is jealousy here, even if they would never admit it. They do not like the idea of you giving attention to someone else. They do not like imagining another person making you laugh, hearing your soft voice, or receiving your warmth. The thought of competition makes something tighten inside them. They may act calm, but internally they are territorial. They want exclusivity. They want to know that when you choose someone, it is them. This is not shallow jealousy. It comes from how deeply they value you. And what stands out the most is this deep attachment. You live in their nervous system, even when there is silence, even when there is physical distance, even when you are not speaking every day. Your presence lingers in their thoughts. They check their phone and pretend they were not hoping it was you. They hear songs and immediately connect them to you. They imagine moments of making things official, of introducing you proudly, and then they stop themselves because their ego steps in and says, "Wait, don't look too vulnerable." They are not confused about you. They know exactly how they feel. The difference is that they are calculating how to move. They think about what you are doing, who you are around, and whether someone else is trying to get close to you. They may never say it out loud, but they do not like the idea of sharing your attention. They want your focus. They want your emotional connection. They want the version of you that not everyone gets to see, your softness, your trust, your vulnerable side. Yes, the physical attraction is strong. The chemistry is undeniable. There are fantasies about closing the distance between you. There are moments when they imagine being closer, feeling your touch, hearing your voice up close instead of through a screen or memory. But what makes this energy powerful is that it is not just physical desire. They do not just want your body. They want your loyalty. They want your heart attached to them. They want emotional security with you. That is why this feels heavy and intense. They imagine claiming you publicly. They imagine introducing you as theirs. They imagine other people knowing that you are connected. They see long-term potential. They see a future structure. But the hesitation comes from control. They do not want to be the first to expose how deeply they care. They do not want to feel like they are risking more than you are. So they go back and forth. One moment they feel bold and ready. The next moment they step back and observe. If there has been delay, it is not because they do not feel anything. It is because they feel too much. And that depth makes them cautious. They're trying to approach you in a way that protects their pride, even though their heart is already deeply involved. Behind that calm exterior is someone who is intensely attached, emotionally invested, and quietly preparing to make a serious move when they believe the timing is finally right. They want certainty. They want reassurance. Deep down, they want to know that what they're feeling is safe and that they won't be exposed or embarrassed for caring this much. But the interesting part is, they don't want to ask for that reassurance. Their pride won't let them. So instead, they sit with their feelings, trying to read between the lines, trying to measure your energy, trying to understand where they truly stand with you. At the same time, you are not chasing them. You are not forcing anything. You are calm, steady, and grounded in yourself. You're observing more than reacting. You're allowing instead of pushing. And that energy shifts everything. It unsettles them, but in the best possible way, because they are used to being the one who is chased. They are used to being desired openly. They are used to having control in romantic situations. They are comfortable when they know they are wanted. But with you, they can feel the balance changing. You don't beg for attention. You don't overextend yourself. You don't lose sleep over small inconsistencies. You don't collapse into anxiety. You hold yourself together. You keep your dignity. You stay centered in your own value. And that makes them respect you deeply. There is something about your quiet confidence that commands their attention. You are not loud about your worth, but you embody it. And that makes you powerful. Because you are not doing anything dramatic or extravagant. They can't predict you. You are not overperforming to impress them. You're not trying to win them over. You're simply being. And strangely, that simplicity increases their desire. The less you chase, the more they feel pulled toward you. But at the same time, it touches their ego. Because now they have to step up. Now they have to make the move. Now they have to risk vulnerability. And that is not something they are naturally comfortable with. The back and forth energy you may be sensing is not confusion about you. It's not a lack of feelings. It's hesitation about timing and fear of rejection. They are constantly asking themselves, should I move now? Or should I wait? What if I misread the signs? What if they don't feel the same way? They replay conversations in their head. They analyze your tone, your pauses, your responses. They overthink the smallest details, searching for clues about how safe it is to open up. Meanwhile, you are simply existing in your own power. You are not trying to manipulate outcomes. You are not chasing validation. You are grounded in who you are. And that grounded energy makes you magnetic. It draws them in without effort. You need to understand this clearly. You are not imagining the tension. You are not being delusional. You are not overanalyzing signals. The connection is real. The attraction is real. The emotional charge between you is real. They feel strongly. The delay is not because they don't care. The delay is because they don't want to lose face. They don't want to appear weak. They don't want to offer something serious unless they are sure it will be received. Then I see them moving toward a decision. And this won't be rushed or impulsive. This feels calculated, intentional, and mature. They are preparing themselves to approach you properly. When they come forward, it won't be casual flirting or half-hearted effort. It will be solid and direct. They don't want to risk losing you to someone else. There's a strong inner voice within them that says, I don't want anyone else to have you. That energy is intense. It's protective. It's possessive in a serious way, not childish. They imagine holding you close. They imagine that first real moment of closeness where the tension finally becomes reality. But what excites them most isn't just physical intimacy. It's emotional surrender. It's the idea of seeing trust in your eyes. It's the thought of being chosen by you. They want exclusivity. They want to feel that they are the only one who has access to your heart in that way. They want to feel special to you the way you already feel special to them. Here is the truth. This person is not walking away. They are building courage. They are trying to align their pride with their vulnerability. They are learning how to express serious feelings without feeling exposed. And when that balance finally clicks inside of them, the love they have been holding back will turn into action. You don't need to chase. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to perform or overgive. Your power is your calm. Your strength is your self-control. Your magnetism comes from the way you remain grounded and secure within yourself. That energy alone is shifting in this connection. What is building here is not something temporary. It is not something shallow. It feels like someone preparing for something real. And the word that keeps surrounding this energy is commitment. This energy feels beautiful, deep, and incredibly powerful. What is happening here is not light, not casual, and definitely not surface level. This person is not just attracted to you in a simple way. They are completely captivated by you. And what makes this even more powerful is that you didn't have to try. You didn't perform. You didn't chase. You didn't try to impress them or seduce them loudly. You were simply yourself. And somehow that natural, effortless version of you is exactly what pulled them in. What truly draws them toward you is your purity, not a childish innocence, but a real, grounded, unfiltered authenticity. There is something soft about you, something genuine. You don't overplay your hand. You don't exaggerate. You don't push. You don't compete for attention. And they are used to the opposite. They are used to intensity. They are used to bold energy. They are used to people trying very hard to impress them or win them over. But you didn't try at all. And that is exactly why they cannot look away from you. You may believe you were subtle. You may think you didn't do much. But the truth is, you affected them deeply. This is not mild attraction. This is imprinting. You left a mark on them. Your voice lingers in their mind. Your expressions replay in their memory when they are alone. Your presence echoes in their quiet moments. Even when you are not around, you are there in their thoughts. And that kind of impact doesn't happen easily for them. What makes this connection even more rare is the honesty between you. This is not someone who plays emotional games with you. They do not pretend indifference. They do not act cold just to maintain control. Around others, they may be guarded. They may filter what they reveal. They may carefully manage how much emotion they show. But with you, something shifts. You disarm them. They feel safe being transparent. They feel safe admitting attraction. They feel safe expressing desire and admiration. This person is usually someone who protects their vulnerability. They like to stay in control. They like to manage how much access people have to them. But your energy makes them open up. They don't feel judged by you. They feel accepted. And that acceptance makes them lean toward you even more. It creates a sense of surrender within them. Even if they try to stay composed on the outside, internally they feel pulled toward you like gravity. They imagine being close to you. They imagine your reactions. They imagine what it would feel like to share space with you consistently. This is not about temporary excitement. This is not about a short-term thrill. They don't just want access to you. They want to feel chosen by you. They want to feel like you see them above everyone else. There is a deep desire for exclusivity here, not in a possessive way, but in an emotional way. They want to feel secure in your attention. When they picture you in their life, they do not see something casual. They see potential. They think long-term. They imagine stability, shared routines, shared moments, emotional consistency. They want to invest in you, and they are not afraid of that idea. What slows them down is not fear of commitment. It is fear of not being enough for you. They sense your depth. They sense that you are not easily impressed, and that makes them question themselves quietly. The physical attraction between you is strong, undeniable, intense. But what excites them even more is your inner world. They know you are layered. You may appear calm, soft, and collected on the surface, but they can feel that there is fire underneath. They want to understand the thoughts you don't speak out loud. They want to explore your fantasies. They want access to the hidden parts of you that you don't show to everyone. They don't just want your body. They want your mind, your imagination, your unspoken desires. They want to know who you are when no one else is around. They are fascinated by your depth, by the quiet strength you carry, by the mystery that surrounds you. This connection is intense because it goes beyond surface attraction. It touches emotional depth, mental curiosity, and long-term vision all at once. Whether they fully express it or not, this person is already deeply affected by you. You have shifted something inside them, and this is not something that fades easily. They are deeply drawn to your restraint, to your quiet strength, to the way you don't reveal everything about yourself all at once. There is something about your subtle energy that pulls them in. You don't overshare. You don't rush. You don't try to impress. And that mystery drives them crazy in the best possible way. Let's talk about your innocence. Not childish innocence, but that pure and unfiltered way you respond. You don't manipulate. You don't play games. You don't twist your words to get attention. The way you react feels real, natural, and honest. To them, that is refreshing. It feels rare. It almost feels sacred. And because of that, something protective awakens inside them. They want to protect your softness. They want to protect your sincerity. And at the same time, they are curious about the fire hidden beneath that calm surface. There is a dual desire here. On one side, they want to keep you safe. On the other, they want to explore you deeply. That combination creates a powerful attachment. It's not shallow. It's layered. It's emotional. Here's something important you may not realize. You hold more power in this connection than you think. You may see them as strong, stable, and grounded, and yes, they are. But emotionally, they feel more exposed than you do. They have felt more than they expected. They have opened up internally more than they planned. And they know it. That's why their thoughts about commitment are serious. They don't open up like this easily. This isn't casual for them. I don't see chaos here. I don't see games. I see steady energy. I see focus. When it comes to you, their attention narrows. They're not juggling options. They're not emotionally distracted. Their energy becomes centered on you. The more you stay authentic, not overperforming, not overgiving, not chasing, the more secure they feel about stepping forward. Your calmness reassures them. Your balance makes them feel safe enough to move closer. And understand this clearly. This is not just physical desire. Yes, there is attraction, but it goes far beyond that. They respect you. They observe you. They feel you deeply. They want your laughter. They want your secrets. They want your unspoken thoughts. They want your softness and your fire. They want the version of you that only shows up behind closed doors, the real you. They are willing to commit for access to that depth. You are irresistible, not because you try to be, but because you are real. And real is rare. So stay calm. Stay mysterious. Stay grounded in your power. They are already halfway surrendered in their heart. If this resonates with you, hold on to this energy. Your person is not far away. In fact, they may be much closer than you think, close enough to surprise you. Take care of yourself and stay radiant.